What color do they got you in? Usually Dallas wears white at home. Oh boy. Silly man. Okay, I got on white. Let's go. Come on. Green up. Oh man, come on. What up? What up? What up? What up? Fuck, man, come on. Clean up. Let's go.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington.
We're going to be here all night with you, I can tell.
Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's on the move. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Into a crowd and, intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Back to the well again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Panther 11.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert.
Get out
And
of
he was
here.
near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Ready? Go!
On first down, here's Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Throwing on 3rd and long.
No!
That's caught for the first.
Come on!
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going
Fuck,
down.
man.
It's a great
Bullshit,
pickup,
man.
16 yards, and now they've got first
Get
down.
out of here.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Daniels on first down.
No!
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And now they face 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels.
No!
Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Go!
From the gun, it's Daniels.
No.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Bullshit.
They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Daniels back to throw.
No!
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn.
Fuck you,
Into the
Nick.
red zone. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Rookie quarterback threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at
That's
Aspen,
Billy's area
28
right
of them
there.
his rookie year.
Shark
Sometimes you
them.
just learn on the job, but you
Sharks
cannot
lurking.
repeat those kind of
Oh,
mistakes.
sorry, let's get some.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away.
Oh, man, they ain't even kicking it hard.
Starting from the 5.
Getting zobbed.
Now Bonner Memphis he gets the return to the 30.
This is it.
Okay, ready,
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
set, ready.
Daniels coming back after that pick. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Beating this
Trying
nigga
to find
down.
his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Daniels now.
Ah,
Completes this one to Chase.
oh man,
With a new set of downs.
it's the 2nd
I know the
time.
Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I
Oh,
don't like test
fellas.
courage at the Combine
That's some
because there's
bullshit.
nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun,
Good tackle.
give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big
Good tap,
loss.
Chantel.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go.
2nd and 13. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of
Pulling
staying
all
in
different types of
phase
shit
as
out
a
of it.
defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
18. Set, set, go.
Daniels.
No. Ah, pass
Throw is an
interference.
interception. Quan
Fuck,
Martin with
man.
the pick. And
Pass
good
interference.
tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the
Ah.
defense. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away.
On the jump.
So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10.
Set up.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That's Thomas. He's got it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All ready.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go. Set.
From the 39. Flushed out of the pocket. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a two-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got 3rd and 8.
Nope.
Finds his man Chase.
What?
And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He had the
I gotta be
ball,
honest,
man.
It hurts a little
He
extra
had
when
a
it comes on
ball.
3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8.
Come on, set. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready?
Again, Daniels to the air.
Oh.
They connect for the first. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They
This guy
stun the
don't
defense
fucking
with a gain of
miss,
14
man.
on 4th down and pick up
This
the
guy
first.
don't drop the
Oh,
ball.
I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Tag. 19 Lion. Hut, hut.
From the 21. Finds his back complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Guys.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Here we go.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Set. Ready. Ready, ready.
Now Daniels to throw. Forced out to his right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone.
Good hit, Derwin. Good hit.
Thought he
Good
had a
hit,
touchdown
Derwin.
there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Ready, ready.
3rd and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing
Fucking
drive.
weak ass play.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point.
We're playing defense all night, boy.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to
Fucking
7.
weak ass play.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff
Had another
is
interception.
away.
This nigga pass interference.
Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
Offense up to the line fast. Play action with Rodgers. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
Shit.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Ooh.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to
Yeah,
fight
Billy
themselves
out
on the
there, boy.
field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Ooh.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
I done scored too fast. We gotta keep punching. Like chicken say, keep punching.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away.
This guy can't kick it into the fucking end zone.
And he gets crunched by a
Fumble
big
that.
hit
Come on, man.
right at the 25 to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Daniels. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Terrible.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick.
Give me that.
Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Saints, they're gonna have it! And he's gonna hang on to that
Got that
football.
one.
That's his first career interception.
Got that one.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On first down, they'll run.
Ooh.
And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided first half.
Wait.
He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, so they're not careful. That
Look like
one
Billy
right
running
down
out
the
there,
middle.
Bob.
And the Saints stretch their lead to 21.
Barkley game. This that Barkley game. He don't know what's going on. He's like, die.
See me hesitate and hit the turbo? Oh, come on, man.
Short
That's a
kick here,
bad
fielded
kick.
at the 15. They'll bring
Bad
him down
kick,
on the return
man.
as he gets this to the 33.
This guy can't kick in the end zone.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Looking to throw.
Mm.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up
Be all over
incomplete.
this
It's going to
nigga.
be third down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit.
Be all over this thing.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Big 30. Team it.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. It is caught at the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to first and 10 all the way down inside the red zone.
26.
Give now to the running back. And he'll get this
Could have scored there
inside
again.
into the 9.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
He scored there
Options
again.
are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Too young, fellas.
3rd and just 2 to go. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Look at the wildcat on that nigga.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Carter.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can
trying to
assure
run
you
clock.
that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They pitch it to him.
Oh,
Give him around 3 yards, and it sets him up with 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
jump that nigga, you see?
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Carter. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, good luck sneaking a draw by this defense on 3rd down, Kate. A quicker little run may have brought them a chance to get the 1st down, but with that delay, this defense was
Ran some
all
clock
over.
off. About 2
Raiders
minutes.
kick is up and
2,
good.
3 minutes.
And the advantage now sits at 24.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Return starts
Man,
from
this
the
guy
16.
can't kick. Oh. I'm a hunter
Great
kicking. That's
starting
probably
field
why.
position here as they bring him
Guy
down
can't kick.
beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Ooh.
Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that.
And they pick him off again. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that
Kick
as
the
the
nigga
start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and
Kick
taking
the nigga
possession
open.
back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches
Thought
across
the
all
nigga was
levels of
open.
football harp on the importance of
This
good
guy been
fundamental
yelling for me,
tackling,
too.
Not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That's complete to Jackson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Bad play.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Play fake. It's Rodgers.
Oh, good kill.
Touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over as this gets brought out to
That's
the
good.
20-yard
Keep him alive.
line.
Keep him alive. Keep him alive.
A nice
Keep him
takeaway
alive.
to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession
Keep him
waiting to
alive.
start the 4th. It's Cowboys football.
He's in the
We're
stream
really
with
just counting
people. I
down
don't
this
think he
final
can quit.
quarter. This game seems out of hand.
He's streaming this game. He can't quit. Yeah.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a
See if
shot
I can
downfield.
sneak this guy in there.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels.
No, got him.
An all-around tough play for him.
Let's
Took a
go,
shot
Lane
on the
Train.
release, and it definitely affected the throw.
Let's
It's
go,
incomplete.
Train.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter the throw.
Oh, come on.
Tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep.
He does that
brings up
same
4th
play
down.
we do.
The tip definitely broke up that throw. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Watch this.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
79 Bronco. Check go.
From the gun, it's Daniels.
Oh,
This one taken in by Chase. And they crush him right
Same
near the marker.
weak-ass
Looks
short
close,
route.
but yeah, Brock, I
Look at
think
that
he
going
safely got
downfield.
that first down before the hit.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2.
No, not the.
Got a man, it's Thomas. And they'll
Pick
make the
that
stop up at the
bullshit.
46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he gets across midfield and into Saints
Get
territory.
downfield, man.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short
No,
gain on the
clap.
throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, Daniels to the air. That's Thomas. He's got it. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
To throw, Daniels.
No. Oh.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete.
Come on,
Defender
Train.
winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Desperation time here on 4th.
No.
And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off to the back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Off play action, Rodgers. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Over. Hey, check 26.
They give it to him again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Saints moments away from a 2-0 start.
I ain't making no 54-yarder.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short.
That stinks.
And they wanted to add 3 more there, but silver lining, they aren't exactly hurting for a big lead at this juncture. Daniels on 1st down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd down and 10. Daniels.
I'll do it.
Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled for a short
This
gain.
guy ain't got nothing else.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing his...
See, it's a zone. He can't get through the zone.
Still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Oh, good touch.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
See, we went to a man. He can't guard that.
Play and a good call nets him the 1st. He'll throw it yet again.
Passing interference the hell
He's
out
on
of
the
the nigga.
move.
No.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the Saints
Oh, yeah.
grab it.
You're using this
Oh,
play.
yeah.
First down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third
Fumble,
down.
nigga.
But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Probably got the clock running.
Second and 6 coming up here. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they're going to face third down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That's good for 6 yards, but it sets up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45.
Good play.
So this will win on the road for the Saints. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from Dallas.